So I used to tell people that my husband was my best friend, and he fucking hated it. I'm newly separated from my husband after about 16 years together, and I've been looking back at some of the things that used to hurt before I had language for why. So one of them was that he didn't want to be called my best friend. And it wasn't in like a cute, oh, don't say that, I'm shy kind of way. No, he would say, I don't like when you say that. We're supposed to be lovers. We're not supposed to be friends. Every time he'd say it though, it hurt my feelings. But I couldn't fully explain why. Because on the surface, I guess I understood what he meant. He wanted the romance, the desire, the husband and wife of it all. Fine, cute. I also enjoy a little razzle dazzle. But something about him rejecting the word friend felt deeper than a preference. It felt like he was rejecting the part of the relationship where I was supposed to be known. So after my post about realizing I don't think my husband liked me as a person, a woman left a comment that kind of stopped me in my tracks. She said she used to call her husband her best friend too, but he would tell her she wasn't his. And I just sat there like, oh, so this is a thing. Because for years, I really thought my husband was my best friend. We'd laugh, and I mean laugh. We could be goofy together. We had inside jokes. We saw the world in a lot of similar ways. I told him everything, or at least I thought I did. So in my mind, calling him my best friend wasn't an insult to the marriage. It was the highest compliment. Like, yes, I love you. Yes, I'm attracted to you. Yes, we've built a life together. And on top of all of that, I actually like being around you. That mattered to me. Apparently, it didn't land the same way for him. And that's the part I keep thinking about now. Why would friendship feel like a downgrade? Because to me, friendship isn't beneath romance. Friendship is what helps romance survive real life. Anybody can be romantic when everything is cute, when the outfit is working, when the bills are paid, when nobody's tired, overstimulated, grieving, annoyed, parenting, aging, changing, or standing in the kitchen trying to figure out what we're doing for dinner again. But long-term love, marriage, building a life with somebody, you better actually like that person, because at some point the candles burn out and somebody has to talk about why the water bill is so damn high. That's not sexy, but it's life. And if I had to guess, I'd say this is where a lot of relationships get into trouble. I believe a lot of men go into things wanting the benefits of partnership without the intimacy of friendship. They want the comfort, the sex, the loyalty, the shared history, the family photos, and the person who knows where the insurance cards are. They want the woman who remembers the school forms, the appointment times, the grocery list, and the emotional temperature of the whole damn house. But friendship asks for something different. It asks, do you actually enjoy me? Not my usefulness, not my care, not the way I make your life easier. Me. Do you want to hear what I think? Will you be honest with me and not stab me in my fucking back? Can you tell when I'm not myself? Do you know what scares me right now? Can I grow without you acting like my growth is a personal attack? That's friendship. And without that, I don't know how romance is supposed to carry the whole thing. Because desire without friendship can start to feel like access. Access to my body, my care, my labor, my softness, my home, my loyalty. But do you have any real interest in me? My inner world? That's the question. And listen, I know some people are gonna say, your spouse doesn't have to be your best friend. Fine, you can have that. I'm not coming to your house with a clipboard. But for me, at this point in my life, a man who wants to be my lover but not my friend isn't emotionally safe enough for me. Because I've been in the kind of relationship where the role was doing a whole lot of heavy lifting. Wife, mother, partner, helper, support system, soft place to land, household brain, emotional translator. You can be all of that and still be lonely as hell because the person next to you doesn't know how to be your friend. And that kind of loneliness is confusing because you're technically not alone. Somebody's there. They come home. They sleep in the bed. They know your birthday, maybe. They might even love you in the ways they understand love. But when you try to bring your full self into the room, it doesn't feel welcome, does it? It feels managed. It feels tolerated. It feels like you're asking for too much when all you're really asking is, do you like me outside of what I provide? That's such a tender question, isn't it? And it can feel childish to say out loud, like, what am I, like 12? Do you like me? Check yes or no. But honestly, maybe we need to bring that little school note back. Because some of us have been out here married to people who wanted everything connected to us except the actual friendship. And I don't know anymore if that can work long term. Not in a way that feels good. Not in a way that lets both people stay whole. Because friendship is what makes space for the person, not just the position. Wife, husband, partner, those are roles. But friendship says, I see you in there. Not just the function, not just the title, not just what you do for me, you. And I think that's what broke my heart all those times that he pushed back on being called my best friend. I didn't hear, I want us to be more romantic. I heard, don't put me in the category of somebody who knows and chooses you like that. Maybe that wasn't what he meant, but that's where it landed for me. I didn't have language for that then. I just knew it hurt. Now I understand it better. Because if a man separates love from friendship too much, he can end up wanting a woman as a partner without making room for her as a person. He can want the relationship, the sex, the home, the loyalty, the comfort, the family, and the softness, but friendship will require him to care about her experience of the life that they're building. And that's where a lot of men start looking around for the exit. Not all men, let's not be exhausting, but enough. Enough that a lot of women are in the comments saying, wait, mine said that too. And that matters because maybe the issue isn't that women are asking for too much emotional closeness. Maybe some people want intimacy without mutual personhood, romance without curiosity, loyalty without friendship, the role without the relationship. That's where things start to rot quietly, slowly, in ways that are hard to explain because there might still be laughs. There might still be good days. There might still be history. But if friendship is missing, something essential is missing, at least for me. Because I don't want to be close to somebody only in the ways that benefit him. I want to be liked. I want to be known. I want to be enjoyed. I want the person next to me to be curious about what it feels like to be me. Not every second, good God. Nobody needs to be emotionally available like a 24-hour Walgreens, but often enough that I don't feel like I'm in a relationship by myself. Often enough that love doesn't feel like a job title. So now when I think about friendship in a relationship, I don't see it as optional. I see it as the fucking floor. Because if you don't like me enough to be my friend, what are we doing? No, really, what are we building? A schedule? A household? A family brand? A shared Amazon account? Because that's not enough for me. I lived the version where the structure looked like partnership, but the friendship felt one-sided. I thought we were best friends, and he was over there rejecting the title like I had called him a coworker. That'll do something to you. So I guess this is where I've landed. I don't think love can carry a long-term relationship by itself. Romance matters, history matters, attraction matters, shared responsibility matters too. But at some point, you have to actually like the person you're with. Do y'all agree? There has to be curiosity beyond what you do for them or how they fit into the life you already built. Because being somebody's lover without being their friend can start to feel like being desired without being known. And if I ever get back into a relationship, I know I don't want that version anymore. I don't want access without curiosity. I don't want romance that only knows how to reach for me but not really see me. So yes, friendship is mandatory now because romance without friendship can leave you close to somebody who still feels far away. And I'm done far away. I'm good.